What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of UFC Double Knockout. Again, for the second time in a row, some new / familiar faces. You already know who it is. Your boy Ayo Rue, Steve, Double O, ROWZQ, all the names you give yourself, you know. You got a bunch of aliases, so I can't keep track of them. So
it's fine. I completely understand. Thank you for having me
Avatar,
on here. Yeah, Avatar Rue, Ambassador Rue, Don Rulio, Winnie the Rue, Rue Shiesty.
Yeah, too many. But again, I said Albert's got a new job, so his schedule is really hectic, if I'm being honest. So he's just trying to adjust to that and adjust to new life for him, so to say. But regardless, show still goes on, gets done. Here we are, 285, John Jones versus Surreal Gane. We'll get into that a little bit. But last card, 284. It was all right. I didn't get to watch it as much as I would have liked to because for those of y'all that do follow opinionated media and watch all of our other content, my co-host Cam on the off-topic shows, it was his birthday. So we went out. We're out there for his birthday. I was watching on my phone, so don't get it. I was still watching. It was just on my phone. I didn't get to go into depth of how I usually want to watch it. But
we were in a section watching it.
We were in a section watching it.
But not on the TV, on the phone. In the corner of the
goddamn club, in the section watching it.
Everybody was sitting there going crazy. We were just like, ooh.
Yep.
Wow.
Man, everybody was dancing. And he had me in the corner on my phone just showing the boys.
Yeah, literally. But that was the wild part. Like, all BS aside, that was probably the wildest part of that night. Was being in the corner and just me, you, and Bash were like, what's going on?
It's more important.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but it was a good time, man, for sure. What are your thoughts?
For the whole card, it was all right. They could have put a better card together.
It was a little underwhelming. There weren't really too many big names. And mind you, my UFC knowledge is sufficient. Mm-hmm. You are somebody who pays attention thoroughly. So it felt underwhelming, just from my perspective. It
wasn't the best. They had a lot of Australian hometown people on the card.
Right, it did take place in New Zealand, right?
No, in Australia.
It was in Australia?
Yeah, it was in Perth, Australia.
Okay, that makes sense.
But so that was like a lot of their fans they knew them. So it was mainly an Australian-based card, except for the co-main event. Everything else was, I'm pretty sure, like Australian fighter on it. And then I'm pretty sure all the Australians won except Volk. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, I enjoyed the card regardless.
Yeah.
The people did what they went out there to do, and they got the jobs done. But I mean, we just touched on the main event because that was really the only thing people were looking forward to, especially with.
Well, we know who Volk's going to fight next, at least in featherweight, if he decides to go back down.
He is going back down.
So he's going to defend his title?
You have to.
Okay.
You can't. There's no. In this situation, there's no reason to hold up the division.
There's not. You're not doing anything for yourself.
Islam. There's no reason for Islam to hold up the lightweight division. There's no reason for Volk to hold up the featherweight division.
Yeah.
So they just need to go and fight whoever they're going to fight. And then regardless.
Circle back? Do we circle back?
Regardless.
Do we circle back?
You circle back. It was too good of a fight not to circle back.
Where do we circle back at now? Where do we host this fight? No, where do we host this?
Oh.
This has to be in the U.S.
It'll probably be in the U.S. because you wouldn't be, unless Islam wants to go back to Australia. You don't go back to Australia. It's probably going to be in the U.S. Because it for sure won't be in Dagestan.
If it's in Dagestan, bro, there's a lot more that's going on compared to. Yeah, if it's in Dagestan, bro, everybody has to go in there with like armed security, bears.
Unless you're the Noke boys.
Yeah, unless you're Noke.
And you fuck with Hezbollah.
And if you go in there with Hezbollah, I think you'll be solid, right? But Dana's just not gonna be like, yeah, let's go to Dagestan and host this UFC event and make a lot of So they do have it in the US, but
yeah, circle back sometime next year. There's no reason to hold the division.
Who won? I can't tell you. Islam. I can't tell you Islam. I'm not gonna confidently tell you Islam. And unanimously? Oh,
unanimous?
Lord.
No.
That was disrespectful.
No, it wasn't UD. I had Islam winning 3-2. Not unanimous, though. It was a very, very, very great fight.
I had Volk
Volk
3-2.
surprised me a
I
lot.
had Volk 3-2. I had him taking the second round as well. That was
So that was like the deciding round was the second round. Like that round was so huge. Whoever won that round, in my opinion, won the fight.
And I felt Volk took that.
That round, it was just.
I felt Volk took that, and it's tough.
But what does Dana say? Can't leave it in the hands of the judges.
So what's the point of them then?
Gotta have judges.
Man.
It just sucks because it's like judges aren't like UFC. Like they're not UFC judges. They're judges, and he hires out the judges. Like they're like third parties, basically.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
They're
It's the same,
contractors, so to say.
and it's the
That's
same.
how it is with boxing.
It's the same concept. I feel like with refs in the NFL and in the NBA, right? Like,
But aren't
they're
those
not they're not full time. So these
refs are full time. They're just not like they're another company. Like UFC doesn't own the judges. UFC doesn't have their own judging. They don't have their own this is how we score this, and this, and this.
I just feel
that's not how it is.
I feel it would be good at least.
They got to do something with the judges.
They
the
have
judges
to.
Be absurd.
They have to, man. I've seen too many good fights
Like,
go to judges.
It's off topic, but like I watched the Jake Paul and Tommy Fury fight.
Yeah.
And the first judge had it 74-75, and the next two judges had it 76-73. And Jake Paul lost, but I didn't think he lost 76-73.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. It's the same concept. Like
And
the judges are just like, you can't how does one have it 74-75 and then the other judges have it 73-76?
I feel like we just had this conversation too, probably a couple months ago when Peter Yan fought Sugar
Sean
Sean,
O'Malley, yeah.
and we were like, what happened?
I thought Peter Yan won that fight.
And he lost. And that was that SD or was that unanimous?
It was a split, I'm pretty sure.
That's still tough.
Yeah.
That's still okay. You knew it was gonna go to decision, but a split and in favor of. I didn't see it. It didn't seem like Sean saw it, but regardless, at least with this one, you could see. I feel like the fight going either way.
It could have gone either way,
but it's just
it's not a draw, but there's also not a clear winner, so it's kind of. I did have Islam slightly taking that second round. I had Islam 3-2. That's what I had Islam.
Islam, for as good of a fighter as Islam is, Volk just showed me how much more adaptable and how thorough of a fighter he is by doing what he did to Islam. Like, you think he did that to Islam, right? And they gave him the loss, whatever. What do you think he's going to go back and do to the rest of that featherweight division?
Y'all here got something, you know what I'm saying? You got something to prove. Right?
And to that point, like I saw what I needed to see for me to be like, Islam.
It's also tough for me because it's like Islam, Volk, like
Islam's division is arguably the best division
for sure,
right
but
now
like
in the UFC.
Volk put on so much weight and
it was crazy.
And he like knew the ground game was coming. But he put on so much weight and he was able to stop it. But like that doesn't mean like every featherweight fight's gonna be like that. So there's still a possibility he can lose in a featherweight fight. He could lose to Yair.
I mean, the possibility.
Really? Probably not. But
that's what the possibility is always going to be.
He knows
there.
what he was gonna. But that's the thing. Like he knew what he was gonna get at Islam.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he knows what he's gonna get in all of his fights. I have not seen a fight from Volk or Volk. Volk's a very boring fighter to a lot of people because he's a very technical and he's a smart fighter. Yeah. That's why you see him win his fights in the way he does.
He doesn't fight slow, but like he's not gonna take any risks.
He paces his fight very well.
Yep.
He's very tactful. And that's what I respect the most about his game is because he's going to take his time. He's going to break down his opponent. And if he goes a distance, he doesn't care. And people don't like that, obviously. They want a showstopper. They want a big name. They want a big punch, a big kick, something, right? Something. And Volk is just not that guy. But he's good. He's consistent. He's solid. And I feel like that's why he does what he does. Now, again, you're fighting a caliber of Islam's fighter who's coming from a renowned camp, obviously, and is a guy who holds a very strong connotation in the hearts of a lot of people as a fighter. But not only that, he's Islam Makhachev. I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, let's be honest here, right? So to see Volk as who he is as a fighter, yes, he is the champion. But to see what he does as a fighter and to see what he did to somebody like Islam with his pedigree, oh, bro.
I think the fight was also just weird because they both just surprised each other.
They did. They absolutely did. That was a very...
Islam, Volk didn't expect Islam to strike as good as he was striking, and then Islam didn't expect Volk to have a good ground game as good as he had.
Put that weight on him.
Yeah, it was a great fight. I mean, like I said, I had Islam winning 3-2.
And I did have Volk at the end winning split decision, and you were right. You were right.
Yeah.
I told you before that I was when we were talking about it. I told you I had Volk winning just because I like Volk too much.
Yeah,
but it's Islam.
I've taken a lot of my fandom out of the sport.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
I call it how it is.
That's fair.
That's where I'm at with the UFC. Like,
and that's my issue.
Which we're about to start talking about, because I don't know if you saw or not, but like with Conor McGregor. Like with the Conor McGregor fight, I love the hell out of Conor McGregor. But
don't tell me you think he loses versus... That's a whole nother conversation, but don't tell me you think...
Yes, I do think he loses. But,
oh God.
Like, if he fought, I'm going to call it how it is if it goes a distance.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, oh, like, he won that because, like, I like him so much.
Yeah.
I just call it how it is. I mean, you know, it's the same with all my teams, really.
Yeah.
I just call it how it is.
Being a Cowboys fan,
Yeah.
I think we highly relate on that one.
Yeah. But, no, I mean, it was a good fight. You got to run it back. It has to be next year, though.
It has to.
Regardless if they both lose or not.
That's a whole nother bag of chips if it does come to that, because I know both of them
Because it doesn't have to be a title fight.
Both of them are going to fight again this year, and any fight that they fight in is going to be a title fight.
Yeah, but like their fight doesn't have to be, in my opinion, it doesn't have to be a title fight.
If they keep winning, it does have to.
It will turn it into that, yes.
If both of them keep winning in their divisions, it would
but
have
their
to.
fights
Somebody
don't have,
has to get stripped out of their belt.
See, the thing is, like, it's just hard for Islam because the lightweight division, it's like whoever he fights next, which I don't think they really talked about. They might have.
They haven't. I haven't heard too many.
I mean, there's a lot. He could fight Charles again, but I think Charles is gonna fight somebody else. But if Islam fights, he wins. Charles wins. It's like run that back.
Yeah,
there's just too many fights in the lightweight division
that need to happen. That are gonna happen.
That need to happen. That
for Volk, it's clear cut that we're gonna get Yair versus Yair versus Volk for the next featherweight.
Yeah,
and that's clear cut. But in lightweight, I mean, bro, you look at it. The first thing I'm already seeing off GP is the fact that in this division alone, you're talking about Charles Oliveira, Poirier, Gaethje, Dariush, Michael Chandler, Fiziev, Gamrot, right? And we have, speaking of this division, we're going to talk about it today because we have Turner and Gamrot going against each other. But that's a steep hill to climb.
Yep.
And if you compare that to what I was saying earlier, you compare that to featherweight. Look, you're looking at Max Holloway, Rodriguez.
He's coming back this year. He's gonna fight this year.
You know what I mean? But there's not really too many. There's a couple guys on here, but the division isn't as steep to me as lightweight is. So Islam going back, for him to retain his title long enough again to see Volk in a rematch next year, that's if he fights. Oh boy, that's gonna. Not if, but if he fights more than once, that's going to be a tough hill to climb, bro. I don't see him. I want to say I don't see him winning his fights because I think he'll probably have 2 more fights before he goes to Volk again. And you're at least
you just have to run it back before that.
You're at least looking at Oliveira and Poirier getting their shot at Islam. All goes well again.
There's just too many fights for it. That's what it's tough for Islam because there's just too many. The division is so fucking good. There's too many fights.
Somebody's waiting for him to slip up. It's not the same in featherweight. Volk could lose and then double back to get his title shot. Islam loses. It's gonna take Islam maybe a fight or two to get back to have a title shot at the belt. You know what I'm saying? That's how good that division is. So,
and speaking on that division, Conor is fighting Michael Chandler, and if Conor does win, does that put his name in contention talk for a title fight because of who he is?
They're fighting at lightweight?
Yeah. Like, you can throw that in the mix there.
So Chandler's already the 5th ranked, according to the UFC's website.
Overrated, but yep.
And you would have to see how the lightweight division plays out by that time because they're not fighting probably realistically until the end of this year, which is smart because they're going to do it after the Ultimate Fighter series.
Yeah, I think they're going to fight like probably summertime, maybe. Summer or like early fall.
I can see them going in the fall. But if, mind you, that happens, you would expect there to be 2 more lightweight fight, maybe 1 more lightweight fight. I would expect that would affect the rankings. Because again, you have Jalen Turner fighting this week against Gamrot. Gamrot wins, that's going to throw him up. If Turner wins, that gives him a big boost because he's just not, he beat Gamrot's good. Gamer's great.
Gamer's fucking great. I mean, him and Darush, when they fought, I knew it was going to be I thought there's going to be more fireworks than what they were, but like, in my opinion, those are like interchangeable fighters. Because I think Gamrot's better than Michael Chandler.
And I
don't know if he's better than Rafael. That'd be a good fight, but I think it would be like Darush, Rafael, Gamer, and then
I'm about to say, and that's Gamer's last loss is Rafael.
Yeah. No, his last loss is Darush.
I'm sorry, his last loss was Darush. I think he beat Rafael before that. But yeah, that division is tough.
Yeah, because it's just Armand can stay where he is, RDA can stay where he is, Jalen Turner's about to fight, Dan Hooker's whatever. Drew Dober, he can make some stuff happen.
You don't know. You don't know. That to me in welterweight right now, obviously middleweight's a pretty interesting division if you take Adesanya out of play, but I digress. Lightweight is tough, man. There's a lot of stuff that's going on there, and you just have to kind of, you pray that Islam can continue to be consistent. He's with a good camp. He's with a really good camp, so I don't see him with the high probability of losing, but at the same time, there's a lot of guys out there who are fighting just like him. You know what I mean? So you just have to hope for the best, bro, and think, what can Islam do? And hope, again, if they obviously Volk and him will fight again probably next year. And when that happens, Islam will probably have gone through another title defense. But, not really too much you can do other than see who he's going to fight. He won't be the next lightweight fight. In terms of like holding the important connotation, I think Oliveira, to your point, fights somebody maybe like Poirier or maybe Dariush. That's good. That's a good co-mainer.
Yeah,
and then that person wins maybe the interim. You know what I'm saying? I'm just spitballing stuff.
Yeah.
Or the winner of that fight fights Charles. That's the interim. Interim fights Islam again. You got a lot of possibilities.
There's a lot of stuff that could shake. So I think they have to run it back regardless of what happens. But it was a great fight. It was too good to not run it back. Volk proved a lot to me. We knew he could take a punch, but just the ground game, like with him being able to just survive on the ground like that, and also try to attack on the ground, and him not get countered, showed a lot to me.
Yeah, very aggressive.
And then him just to dominate the ground game, as in like striking wise, said a lot to me. But it was a great fight. I had Islam winning 3-2. That second round was the deciding factor in my opinion. But overall, great fight. It could have gone either way. I mean, it was a toss-up fight. It really could have gone either way. I don't think there was a clear-cut winner, but he could not give it a draw. It's a fight you can't give a draw to.
This is why I like football and basketball better, because you're going to get a winner. UFC, if it goes to the judges, you
got a winner.
You got a winner, but the fact they had to come to them, it's like a ref deciding in football. You know what? I lied because
that happens a lot.
You know what? I take that back, right?
That some people would say that Super Bowl. Yeah, we'll have to get into that though.
I was gonna say the AFC Championship game.
Oh, that too. But yeah. But other news before we get into 285. Charles Oliveira had a thing to say about the Conor McGregor-Michael Chandler fight. And
Oliveira?
Yes.
Damn. Oh, first it was Poirier, and now it's Oliveira.
Conor.
You saw
Conor built so many enemies, bro.
You saw what Poirier said whenever they announced the fight?
No.
He was like the All My Children's
I did
coaches,
see that.
All My Children coaches edition of the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, I did see that.
I was like, hey, bro, the Conor fight's not fair. He broke his foot.
He would have lost that fight, but that's for neither here or there.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yes, I think he would have lost that fight.
It was going. What round did it get stopped in the second? Third?
Second.
That's what I'm saying. You still had 4 more rounds.
Conor falls off though later in the rounds. Dustin gets better. That's the difference.
Well, the first round was.
But that's the difference.
Yeah, but we don't know what would happen. We don't know what would happen.
Dustin would have won.
We don't know what would happen.
Anyways,
Doctor Stoppage.
Doctor Stoppage.
Doctor Stoppage.
Doctor Stoppage. Make sure that bitch was a Doctor Stoppage.
Doctor Stoppage. It's like Conor. Hey, baby.
He don't want the L on his name. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad.
But Charles, he had something to say. I guess somebody said Charles Oliveira, if Conor wins, getting a title shot. And he said, I don't think he's going to win. He's a guy that sells, and he's great to promote. People love to watch his fights, but I don't think he's going to win. And then Conor said...
Oh, Conor responded?
Yeah. Charles Oliveira, shut your pie hole. 2-0 versus Brazil. Actually 3-0 because RDA should have brick. Because he was supposed to fight RDA, but RDA pulled out the fight. That was so when they had that big ass press conference and he was like, red panty night, bring out the red panties.
Yes.
That's when he was supposed to fight RDA.
I remember that.
Yeah. He was like, because he was like,
who's the other two times Jose?
He fought Jose and...
I know Jose Aldo's one of them. Who's the other Brazilian fighter he beat? Did he fight Aldo twice?
No. He only fought him once.
Who'd Conor fight twice from Brazil?
I don't know. He might just be saying that. You know how big Conor is.
Nah, but Conor's going to talk his mess.
Yeah, he for sure going to talk his mess.
That's what I'm saying. So
let's see. Who the fuck did he fight from Brazil?
I don't know. I'm on
That's a
Wikipedia.
fine.
You know, Wikipedia has all the answers.
Dennis, no. Dustin Poirier. Was he from Brazil? Yeah, Diego Brandao. That was his third fight in the UFC, I believe.
Okay.
Because he started with Marcus Brimage, and then he beat Max Holloway, and then it was, I think it was Brandon. I think after that.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So yeah, he has. Okay.
Yeah.
All things okay.
But
all
yeah,
things
he
considered.
said 2-0 against Brazil. It's actually 3-0 because RDA shit a brick. But the final few boys and I touched up on this, but I haven't really got to talk to you about it.
Okay.
Do you think Conor wins that fight? I don't think he does.
Against who?
Michael Chandler.
I mean, Chandler's also 1-3 in his last 4 fights.
Michael Chandler's not good.
I don't think Conor's washed either.
I think Conor's washed.
How old is Conor now?
He's 34 or some shit, 33. So
He's not contending for a title, but he's not losing to Michael Chandler.
He's 34.
And how old is Michael Chandler?
Michael Chandler is...
Like 35? 34?
36.
Okay. So, hey, McGregor's not losing to Chandler. McGregor's not competing for a title, but McGregor's not losing to Chandler.
The thing is, because I still haven't seen enough yet, but Chandler has a better ground game than Conor does. I also think Conor's chin can keep up with Chandler's punches, but Chandler has to understand that he can't throw wild like he does. Because he could have put Dustin to sleep.
Chandler?
Yes,
Yeah.
like twice. But
He didn't
his punches
capitalize.
are so wild and so free that he doesn't capitalize. He doesn't strike accurately.
Chandler's a haymaker hitter. He's somebody who, if he lands a punch, God bless, but he has to land the punch.
With Conor, I think that is very possible.
Conor-
If Dustin couldn't put him out, I don't think Conor could put him out.
I think
Now
Conor,
people will say Conor does have like that, like the left hand is
no, the left. We know the left hand is serious. Connor's gonna be able to put him out because Connor's a lot smarter as a fighter than Chandler is,
for sure.
and so
He strikes more accurately for sure
Conor
as well.
is going to. To me, this is how this fight would end, and I'm gonna call it now. You can come back and clip this if I'm wrong.
Clip it.
Chandler is going to probably get a hit off on Conor, a few, if anything, right? And Conor's going to understand this. You're going to go into that fight knowing you're going to get hit by a Chandler bomb, maybe once or twice. Conor's going to let probably Chandler get comfortable before he capitalizes on an opportunity to strike and either knock his ass out or get him in a bad spot.
I don't think he lets.
If the fight goes on, both of them suck in later rounds.
Yeah.
Both of them do. We've seen stamina kind of completely deplete, especially in both of their latter fights. So at that point, it's just going to be a slugfest. All endurance, who can beat who. But I think Conor plays the game. He probably is going to have to take a couple. Conor has a chin to take some of those punches.
don't think
And
he
he's
will.
going to capitalize on a slip-up from Chandler. And if I'm wrong, by God, he could persecute me. But I just have a feeling that he could sustain himself long enough to capitalize off of Chandler's reckless striking.
I don't think, like I said, if Dustin couldn't put him out, I don't think Conor could put him out.
The only reason Conor would put him out is because he's tired and he catches him lacking. He's not going to put him out fresh. And
No.
and we've seen Chandler
Chandler can
exhausted.
take a fucking punch.
But Chandler can also get exhausted. And
So can Conor.
no, true. But if Conor lands the left, round 4, both of these boys been going at it, and Conor just lands that one left, it's not the fact of it's the one left. It's the fact that Chandler's tired. He's worn out.
He's not John
Conor-
Jones. That's the difference. He's not John Jones.
No, hey, look, you better look. We're gonna talk about that.
The reason I say that is because
we're gonna talk about that.
How long has he been off of a layoff without like fighting? Like he's fought what in the last since Mayweather? How many times has he fought?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
So he fought Mayweather
like
in
2018,
2018.
2019? Yeah.
So he fought Mayweather.
Uh-huh.
Lost. He lost to Khabib. He beat Cowboy. Excuse me. He lost to Poirier in 2021.
So 4 times.
And then he lost to Poirier again in the middle of 2021.
So he's fought 4 times in 5 years. Well, 4 times. Well, he fights once a year basically. Is what it's lining up to be.
He didn't fight all of 2022, but he also was he had
The titanium shin bone.
you know what I'm saying? So 2020 fought once, 2018 fought once, and fought twice because Floyd. Fought 3 times in 2016. Fought 3 times in 2015.
No, but Floyd up.
Oh, Floyd up. No, he's probably has maybe 4 fights under his belt.
So he hasn't fought since when?
2021.
2021.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically all of because he got hurt in what, late 2021, right?
Yeah, July. July
So
was when
May
that fight happened.
2021?
Yep.
Yeah. So a year and a half of outside the octagon.
Okay, I just want to see some real quick just to verify.
No, that motherfucker fights.
2021. So last person he beat was Tony Ferguson, which had the kick that everybody went crazy about, right? Great. Absolutely applied.
That front leg. Oh,
Hell of a kick. Hell of a knockout.
Mind you. Night. That boy brought the Kokoy out.
Mind you. Him and Justin Gaethje go the distance.
War.
Go the distance.
See, that's the thing. Gaethje can fucking throw a punch too. I don't think Conor's stronger than Gaethje, but Gaethje could not put him out.
Gaethje couldn't, but Gaethje also won that fight.
For sure, but he didn't put him out.
Charles Oliveira knocks him out. Or, yeah, TKOs him.
He dropped Oliveira, but he didn't want to go to the ground with Oliveira.
I'm just saying,
That
in his
shit's so
last
stupid.
4 fights, Charles Oliveira gave him problems. Gaethje and him
Oh,
did go
I'm not
to
saying
war.
he's a good fighter. I already said he's not a good fighter.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just
He's not a good fighter.
I
I
just
just don't think Conor. Hey, what the final few boys said. Well, ain't waking up with them silk sheets. Life's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Them silk jammies. Then May bringing you breakfast on the table in the morning. Life's a little bit different.
exactly.
You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get out of bed for nothing. You ain't gotta listen to them gutter days ain't there no more. So that I'm not saying he don't have the drive and the dog in him anymore, but life's a little bit different when you're at the top.
I mean, I'm gonna let that one ride.
Life's a little different when
I'm
you're
gonna let
at
that
the
one
top.
ride. I'm gonna let that one ride. I just don't. My prediction is, I told you, I think Conor takes it. I think Conor
We'll see.
capitalizes on a mistake.
We'll see. It's a long way from now. But
It
we'll
is
see.
a long way from now.
We'll
a lot
see.
of things can happen.
But now to the real deal, main event of the evening,
This weekend.
as they would say. This weekend,
Da-da-da-da.
3 years of waiting. We never thought he was gonna come back.
Bro, honestly,
I still don't believe it until I see him in the goddamn octagon.
I-
John Bones Jones is here, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. It's time.
we've been
He's
waiting.
fighting. We've been waiting. We've
been
missed you
waiting.
dearly, John. I don't give a fuck what you did outside the octagon. In the octagon, that's what I care about.
Any octagon, not just the shape of an octagon, not just like an octagonal beverage or octagonal food. The cage, John.
Yes.
We never thought we'd see you there again.
You have been missed.
Sorely missed.
You have been missed.
The greatest pound for pound of all time. I'm gonna wait to give that spill, but
No, he is the greatest pound for pound fighter ever. He should be 27-0. Fuck that DQ. You were winning that fight regardless. Ref should have stopped it way before he did. Fuck that DQ. But UFC 285. It's The reason I want to have you on. It's a special card for you, man.
It is.
It's your very first UFC fight.
It is. I will be in attendance in Vegas for this fight, and it still hasn't hit me yet that I'm actually going to.
It didn't hit
one.
me either. It didn't, because I've said before, I went to the Conor McGregor Chad Mendes fight when he was supposed to fight Otto the first time. I went to that fight. That was in 2015 of July as well. This is in July.
So you went the year we graduated from high school.
Yeah, that was my graduation present.
I know you were lit.
Oh, I was ecstatic. That's what I said. I went to a prime Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah, right when you graduated high school too.
Yeah.
Oh, my little butt would have been a problem.
It was. I wish I would have taken the moment more.
I understand
if that makes sense.
I can understand that.
It's a lot, and I wish I just would have taken the moment more. But if you're a UFC, hey, I know it's expensive, but I 10 out of 10 recommend it. What you see on TV is not even, you'll understand.
Yeah.
What you see on TV is not even close to what it feels like.
Yeah.
Bro. It's so fun. Excuse me. The atmosphere is electric. It's great. Everybody's having a good time. I just luckily got to go when all the Irish people were there. So it was even better because they're just fools. They just like to have fun.
Hey, brother, you want to hit this whiskey? Hey?
They just like to have fun. Like after Conor won, bro.
It was crazy, wasn't it?
You all you saw was just liquid in the air. I got drenched with beer. All you saw was liquid in the air after Conor won.
And you didn't even care, did you?
I didn't give a fuck. I was looking for a goddamn beer. Where am I trying to throw one in the air?
I know I'm only 18, but I could drink with the big ones.
Bro, it was so much fun, man. And they
That's great. And that was a good fight too, mind you.
Yeah,
that was a good fight.
It was a scary fight.
It was a scary fight, but that was a good fight to be a Conor fan.
That was also the fight of the Rory McDonald and Robbie Lawler Part 2. Yes, that was that card as well.
You seen that in person?
Yes, I saw that in person. I saw that in person.
That's one of the best UFC fights of all time.
I think it is the best UFC fight of all time.
It's argue. You can
it's because I was there and I got to experience it.
Yeah.
It was being there and experiencing that and like hearing it and hearing, bro.
Just different?
Bro, different. Seeing, bro,
that's
different.
What I'm saying.
I was close. I was able to see the blood just squirt off whatever it came from because they were just fucking going crazy. Lips, nose, fucking cheek, everything. They were going crazy.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it was fire.
Tough.
It was fire.
Yeah, it was tough.
But no, you're gonna have a great time. Everybody there is super, super, super dope, super genuine.
Yeah.
Because I said it's not like any other sporting event where it's like your team is playing another team, so like you're gonna talk shit to somebody else or whatnot. Like everybody's there to watch the UFC fights.
Fight. It is a different sport in that connotation, right? You can have a favorite fighter and root for somebody, but you know, if the Dallas Cowboys go anywhere to play anybody, I don't care where I'm at. I am a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Exactly. This you're a UFC fan.
Yes, this you're just a fan of the sport. You're a fan of the fighters. Now I am a little biased because again, Jones is, I've already told you, one of my top.
The crowd's going to be a John Jones
Jones
crowd.
is top 3 favorite fighter of all time. And not to mention, this is a comeback fight to where we haven't seen him in 3 years.
And then going to heavyweight?
The last time he fought was Dominic Reyes in Houston in, what was this, 2020? Mind you, a lot of people thought that he should have lost that fight via split or at the very least won it via split. But to give him a unanimous decision was questionable. And I'm not going to lie, Dominic Reyes gave him a good fight.
Very close fight.
That was a really good fight.
But you have to understand.
That was a really good
fight. If
fight.
you're not knocking a champion out that's been a champion that long, you're not going to get it on the scorecards. Same thing with Floyd. If you ain't knocking Floyd out, you ain't beating him.
Unless you severely beat his butt. Those 5 rounds, he lasts, but you severely beat his butt. And you.
That boy broke Dominic Reyes after that. Look at Dominic Reyes' record after that fight. Out of there.
Sometimes the brightest stars shine in their moment and then they burn out.
Out of there.
Reyes, it's funny, Reyes' best fight of his career, you could say to that point, was that John Jones fight.
And then after that, I think he lost every fight.
And mind you, it's been 3 years. 3 years.
Yep. 3 years.
So,
but we'll get to that boy Johnny Bones Jones here shortly. But UFC 285 this Saturday, March 4th. This one's in America, so it'll be 9 p.m. It is in Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. Your boy will be there, loud and proud.
I will.
Open up the night. Got your boy Bo Nickel, the second best athlete out of Penn State ever, behind.
The best defensive player in the NFL, Michael Parsons.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Fighting Jamie Pickett.
At middleweight.
At middleweight.
I didn't even realize Bo Nickel was. So my coworker, funny enough, told me about Bo Nickel.
That boy's a dog.
Didn't realize he was from Penn State, number one.
Yep.
Number two, didn't realize this is his first UFC event. Like, first actual UFC, live action event.
Actual event and main card.
Yeah,
lights,
like, this
camera,
is
action.
This is a big deal. Like, you do not see fighters get this type of opportunity. Bo has a pedigree that speaks for itself. He was NCAA's Division I's best wrestler. Mm-hmm. In 2019, NCAA's 2 times best pinner. So his wrestling pedigree is off the charts. Competed for the Olympic team, right?
Second to none.
Bro, I had to do research because my coworker was just raving about bro, and I'm like, nah, like I haven't heard of him. Mind you, I'm a good UFC fan. I'm not completely fully immersed. So once I started doing research and I looked at this guy, I was like, oh, he was a dog before he even came to the UFC. But his 3 wins come from Jorge Masvidal's MMA league. It's called like Icon FC.
Yep.
And then the other 2 from Dana White's Contender Series. So this is going to be the most experienced fighter he has fought to date. But Jamie Pickett is not a guy that's, I don't want to say he's not a problem, but he's experienced.
Yep.
He's been in the UFC. He knows experience is your best teacher ultimately.
Especially in this like fight game, for sure.
You know what I mean? So even though Bo Nickel's been as good as he is, and he has this interesting record, and he's whooping butt, and he's like the next hottest thing coming out the frying pan, he's 3-0 against Icon FC and Dana White's Contender Series. This is like his true. To me, this is his true test.
It's true test. But when some people got it, you just got it. And I think he's one of them.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he has the pedigree to state that.
Jamie Pickett hasn't really fought anybody in his last 2 fights. I mean, the last 3 fights, he's 1-2.
Yeah. The thing is, his last fights have come via submission. His losses.
Yeah,
but he's gonna
his last fight was punches.
The one I think, what is it? 3 out of 8 of Pickett's losses have come via submission.
Oh,
That's
yes.
And Bo Nickel's a great wrestler.
He's going to take him down.
So that's what I'm saying. But Pickett has been in the game long enough to me to where he may not be too... He'll play it smart, but I still see Bo Nickel being who he is, taking him down and
But like I said, when you got it, you got it. It doesn't... Because at this point in life, like where they're at, sure, you can get better at wrestling, but like if you have some kind of upper echelon wrestling skills,
yes,
it doesn't matter. Like you can take anybody, not anybody down, but you can hang in there with most people.
And a good wrestling base. A lot of the best fighters we see obviously have a great like base in some form of wrestling, grappling.
In today's UFC, you have to.
Yes, absolutely. Like, and that, again, that's why we've seen people like John Jones be who he is. You've seen homeboy who Khabib. Khabib was as good as he was. Islam is good. Volk is as good. These guys are based in an MMA that initiated in some form of grappling, wrestling, hands-on, body-on, and then they work on their striking or they add to their striking ability. And, you look at Bo. Bo has the pedigree of a top dog wrestler. He is... I literally had to do research on this man just to find out.
Nice.
Bro, literally.
That man's nice.
Bro, one of Penn State's most renowned athletes. I'm like,
that man's nice.
I'm like, only people I ever heard come out of Penn State were Saquon Barkley and Micah Parsons. And all of a sudden, here comes this cat that's just on the scene, dominating, killing it, or almost made the Olympic team for wrestling.
Michael Parsons wasn't touching his booty.
Hey, yo.
Shit, Michael Parsons would not want to like what he did to him.
Hey, Mike, look, I'm just saying, bro, he probably could have learned Micah probably could have taught Bo a thing or two about wrapping up and
absolutely.
tackling. You know what I mean? And like the hit stick ability. But who do you have taking this fight? I honestly have Bo.
I'm a big Bo Nickel guy. I fuck with Bo Nickel.
I have Bo via submission.
I have it via submission first round.
I was gonna go second.
Second?
I was gonna go second.
Round.
I say they gauge each other in the first. Jamie probably tags him a couple times, and then Bo gets feisty, goes for something nice, and he's gonna have to again. This is the most experienced person he's fighting. You're right. When you have it, but you're still
like Roosh Shiesty?
In a sense, not there yet, but
not
getting
there. Getting there.
Yes.
Okay.
You're still fighting the most. This is by far to date his most experienced fight
for sure,
and his most experienced fighter. Everything else was, for the most part, play. UFC Contender Series, guys are trying to make it. Not saying those guys don't have the pedigree or their ability. They could probably easily whoop my ass in the ring. But now you're fighting a guy who is, all things considered, still a UFC fighter, an experienced one at that.
Been in the octagon for some time now.
So he's seen everything.
Yeah. But he ain't seen Bo Nickel.
He probably has.
Oh, he's seen him on the screen.
That's
he ain't seen him right there.
Look, we're not going to know. To me, this is more so about, can Bo Nickel, where's Bo Nickel at in terms of pedigree for UFC? He wins this fight, he's probably going to get an interesting fight his next one, a real interesting fight. But the fact they're throwing this guy on a main card, and this is his first UFC fight, you don't see that, Carlos. You don't see that.
When you got it, you got it.
So I'm taking Bo, though. I'll agree with you.
That man finna take your man out.
Because Bo knows.
Exactly.
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
He finna take your guy out once he gets to that top.
Who is that? Who is that? Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it.
Have you tried to see him wrestle?
He doesn't need to wrestle.
Have you tried to see him wrestle?
He doesn't need to wrestle. He's taking care of wrestlers.
Not Bo Nickel.
He gonna knock Bo Nichols. Anyways, look. We both agree Bo Nickel, okay?
Bo Nickel, yeah.
Because Bo knows.
Yeah, Bo knows.
Bo knows.
4-0 after Saturday night. He don't have fun in Vegas.
Yeah.
What I like about Bo is what I like about him, for this fight for him, regardless if he loses or not, he's still such a young fighter. He's 27 years old.
And
27 years old.
And this is his first, true, to me, this is his UFC debut.
And we're at a perfect time for, if you win 2-3 fights in a row, you're in the conversation at this point.
No, absolutely.
Because, John Jones, it took him, 4 or 5 fights to, why it look like a mugshot, bro? It took him 4 or 5 fights to get a title fight.
Yeah. And he was 23. John Jones, you said?
I think he was 26.
He was 23 when he won the title.
Was he 23?
He was 23.
26.
He was 23, believe it or not.
Regardless, either one is still young as hell. But I know he's the youngest UFC champion.
That's what I'm just saying, bro. It don't make sense.
But he's in a time where if he wins 3 fights in a row, now you start facing the top dogs, and then you can get that title shot. It's very quick in today's game, so to say. Especially if you're a bigger name, which I think he will be.
Oh no, he absolutely will be.
That just rolls off the tongue.
Bo Nickel.
That just rolls off the tongue.
He's a wrestler? Oh, nah, bro.
That just rolls off the tongue.
Dana is licking his chops looking at dude. He is going to give him the easiest path to Israel Adesanya as possible.
Yep.
But that's my thing, too.
I wouldn't be... He's fine.
Here's the thing. If Bo gets to that spot in the next 2 years, let's say Izzy wins his title, Izzy will be, by that point, 35, 36, right? Bo will be 29, 30. It's very possible that Izzy loses to Bo at that point in his career. It just is. How old is John Jones?
35 or 36.
How old is Cyril Gane? 29, 30?
Something like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And the only reason that I still
32.
take Jones is because
32.
Only reason I would still take Jones.
John Jones is 35, Cyril's 32.
Jones is still Jones. It's tough.
John Jones is John Jones.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So Bo Nickel has the potential to be that guy, but I want that confirmation. I want that evidence that he can take on this fighter and keep it popping. He looks good, but he's never fought anybody in an actual UFC event up until this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He hasn't fought an experienced guy. He was fighting guys in basically secondary and tryout leagues. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna knock those guys because those were still great competition. But he's on a main card, bro. On a main card for his debut event. That's unheard of. I want, in the words of a wise man, prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it. What does that sound like?
Prove it.
Someone behind the camera. PCT's here, boys. PCT is here. They're behind the camera. Well, he is behind the camera. But yeah, I got Bo Nickel. I got submission first round.
Okay. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
Second round. But
second round.
Still submission.
Yeah,
still submission. Yep.
Yeah.
Stamp it.
Yeah, he's young. He has a lot going for him. I think he will find a test early. I don't think he wins his first test, but as of right now, I think he's going to take care of business where he's at. Once he gets a little more up in the division, once the tests start coming. First test, I think he loses. After that, I think he's fine.
It depends on who he fights, but I agree. He has to get some more experience under his belt, and he'll be just fine. He'll be just fine.
Yep. Second fight of the night, lightweight bout, best division. You got Gamero. I can't ever remember how to pronounce his first name.
It sounds like Matus.
I don't know.
Matus.
But Jalen Turner.
The Tarantula. I like this fight. Like this fight. Absolutely. It's a top 10 fight.
It is a top 10 fight.
It's a top 10 fight. So you already gotta like it for that.
Jalen Turner's number 10, Gamero's number 7, which he could also. He's interchangeable, like I said. He did lose to Darush, but those two fighters, that was only his second loss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And his first loss was to Guram Kudladaz in a split decision for fight of the night at UFC Fight Night. Ortega versus the Korean Zombie back in 2020. Yes, so that's my point. Those are his only 2 losses.
Yep.
He's still a contender by all means of the measure.
He's just in a stacked division.
Yeah, exactly.
But that fight, if he would have won that fight, 7 isn't far from 5.
It's not.
And
And in that division, all you need is a good win to get you to a point to where you can get. You have to have a couple good wins.
Yeah.
A couple good wins.
Yeah. There ain't no skipping around in that division.
There's not. You have to fight. You have to go. It's like
because I think he's better than Michael Chandler, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, he.
But I think Michael Chandler's only there because of his name. Like he's at 5 because of his name. Like what he brings to the table.
And so that's the thing to me too, because Jalen Turner was originally supposed to fight Dan Hooker for this fight, and then Hooker broke his right hand, and then they shoot in Gamrot. That's tough because Hooker is, I want to say, right beneath Jalen Turner in terms of ranking at the number 11 prospect, and he's beat guys that are good, but he can't get over Poirier's, Chandler's, or Islam's. So he's a good fighter, but he's not a great fighter. And Jalen Turner is on up and up, bro. He is rolling. I think he's won his last 5 fights, 5-fight winning streak with a combination of 2 TKOs and submissions. Those submissions were 2 rear naked chokes and a guillotine. That's nasty, bro. That 2 guillotine chokes and a rear naked and a couple TKOs by punches. He's a prospect and a problem.
But they were nobody. Now he's fighting somebody.
He's working his way up. Now this is a perfect test. This is a perfect test. I think that to take this match on short notice and to fight the pedigree of fighter you're now about to fight, we're going to learn a lot about Jalen Turner.
And he's going to get knocked the fuck out.
I wasn't going to say that. I was actually going to say I have Turner winning.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have Turner winning. He has a lot of momentum on his side, and he has been looking great, bro.
Gamer's hungry, though.
Gamer is hungry, and Gamer's not a bad fighter.
Gamer's a great fighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I like the Tarantula. I love him. I like his style. I like the versatility.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going in the octagon with the name Gamer, you ain't no bitch. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm just telling you like this. You know why they call him the Tarantula?
Bro, his name's Gamer. You know he's serious.
You know they call him the Tarantula?
Why?
So bro had arachnophobia as a kid, right? Like legit arachnophobia. And to get over the fear, he started collecting pet tarantulas. He got to over 200 plus by the time he made his UFC debut.
Are you being serious?
That's how he conquered his fear of tarantulas, bro. He has in his current pet collection, over 200 plus tarantulas because he had arachnophobia as a kid and didn't want to be scared of spiders anymore.
What? I don't get how people.
You know how built differently you have to be to have a legitimate fear of something?
No, built different. You have to be your nickname's Gamer, bruh. You know when people on ESPN like, oh, he's just a gamer. Like you know that you know what I'm saying? When you're a gamer in any other sport, that you're him.
I'm gonna tell you something.
This man's a gamer.
I'm gonna tell you something about.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't scared of no spider. I just step on them.
I'll tell you right now, tarantulas ain't getting stepped on.
I'm gonna step on that tarantula, and if it jumps at me, I'm swinging at it.
The only spiders I know are Spider-Man
and Anderson Silva.
And they have never disappointed me. So you gonna have to come with something better than that because the spiders run nice.
This man finna get stepped on.
So it seems we have a split view on this
We
fight.
for sure have a split view.
What's your final verdict?
Gamero sleeping this man.
What round?
3rd.
Okay,
last round.
I have Jalen Turner via submission in the 4th.
That's gonna. I think it's only 3 rounds, ain't it?
I'm sorry, in the third.
Gamero he brings fireworks when he fights. That's the thing. He brings fireworks, and he can do both. He can submit you, and he can knock you out.
He can, but Turner has both
Like
ground experience, so he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna get abused.
I think
on the
like
ground.
his finishers are like pretty much like even. He has like, it's almost like split down the middle.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do
If Jalen Turner loses, if he does lose, it's gonna be by stand up.
when he does lose?
And it's gonna be by
knocked
stand up.
out.
But if he goes on the ground, he's probably gonna dominate that. This man has
It's gonna go on the ground.
This
I
man
just
has
don't know
2 rear naked chokes in the guillotine and 3 of his last 5 victories.
That's fine. He ain't fight gamer. Gamer, like bro, just let that sit. Gamer.
Turn the game off. He's not a gamer anymore.
Step on the spider. There ain't no spider no more. Come on, simple.
We can find solutions either way you go. Unplug the console. Come on. Toss
Get
it
a
away.
torch. Come on. Anyways,
Don't you do this to me.
yeah, this man's gamer winning. Knockout last round.
Turn it by submission last
Yeah,
round.
he lost a good fight. His last fight, you know.
That was a good fight. Fight of the
He's
night, I want
hungry.
to say, on that card.
It was fight of the night. He's hungry, and he wants his vengeance, and he wants a title fight. You know.
Jalen Turner's on a hot streak, man.
That man, he's in the perfect position to do it. He wins this fight, next fight, title. He wins this fight, gamer wins, they fight rematch, title. Darush wins, title. I think that's who Charles is gonna fight, Darush. I think that's what it's all.
That would make sense. That would make sense because that would give you somebody to fight in line for Islam, and then
like Dustin Poirier.
Oh yeah, Poirier is another. Damn.
Exactly, but I think Charles and Darush are gonna fight.
Okay, that would make sense. That'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight. And okay, but I still don't think that happens because Jalen Turner is gonna win, and when he does, he's gonna.
If he does, then hey, have fun. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a climb, buddy.
Yeah.
It's like a Mortal Kombat arcade tower back in the arcade cabinets.
Exactly.
And click easy, knowing we still got about 7 spots to climb before you got to fight Shao Kahn. You're like, dog, I'm finna get.
And before they go fight Shane Song, boy taking that soul from you, like
copying your moves, changing into your
Exactly.
character, bro. Just jacking your steez.
that's what the lightweight division is.
And yeah, it's a hard difficulty spike, an unrealistic one that just really came out of nowhere, bro.
I love it though.
Jesus.
I love it though.
If you love that, you're gonna love this next card too. So you got Shavkat. Do you know how to say bro's last name? Rakhimov? Shavkat Rakhimov? Shavkat.
Bro, he's from like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan.
He's from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, Dagestan, Czechostan, Zlakistan, some stan, bro.
If you're from a stan, you're a problem.
You're just built.
You're a problem.
You're literally built.
Dagestan,
Problem.
built.
We know there are problems.
Built. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the best way I can describe this fight, because mind you, he's the number 9 guy ranked in the welterweight division, and he's fighting Joff Neal, the number 7 cat. 16-0 versus 15-4. Again,
16-0. Every fight's a finish. 100% finish
8
rate.
submissions, 8 knockouts.
What do you want? Pick it.
An unstoppable.
How you want to lose?
Bro,
Pick it.
I'm just telling you, an unstoppable force is meeting an immovable object. Because I don't know if you've seen Joff Neal.
I have.
Hands of steel for a reason.
Absolutely.
The last fight he lost was in 21.
Yep.
He's been knocking everybody out
And
since
people
then.
that aren't supposed to be knocked out, he knocks out.
That's what I'm saying. And you know why he's knocking all these fools out, right? Because he's from Austin, Texas.
Austin,
Come on
Texas,
now.
baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, ATX so built different over here.
I'm telling you, bro. So you
Y'all
got
seen this on the news lately with these rallies, bro? People catching on fire and just wiping it off like it's nothing.
bro. Like just I'm on wiping down here in Austin,
Know what I'm
Texas. So
saying?
he's wiping off all these losses, and this is gonna be honestly this is gonna be the fight of the night tonight. Number 1. Number 2, this is each of
Fight
their
of the night?
Yes.
Nah,
Yes, absolutely.
no.
this is gonna be fight of the night. This is
I
gonna
don't
be
know
fight of the
what's
night.
gonna be fight of the night, but it has
This
to
is-
be what co-main event or main event,
No, bro. This
Probably
is
main
going.
event.
But believe me when I say this is going to be fight of the night, just because, right? 9 of Joff's 15 wins have come by knockout, right? And 6 of those are first round finishes, bro.
But
6
that'll
of
just be
those.
like knockout of the night or like
Shavkat,
performance of the night, fight of the night.
Shavkat's not going to go down like that. And it's 3 rounds. It's going to be 3 rounds of explosive energy,
Absolutely.
punches, like slams. The only issue I see is if this goes to the ground, Joff loses. If they stand it up and they go, this, bro.
But he's already proven to you, though.
Oh,
He
bro.
can, you know what I'm saying? He can go to toe with anybody.
Who? Shavkat or Joff?
Shavkat.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. An unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Shavkat is an immovable object. It doesn't matter who he fights. And mind you, again, in my opinion, I think this has been his hardest fighter to date. It's been. Look at his record.
Magny was. It's not as hard as this one, but it's a fight that's up there.
It is. But that'd be number 2. Josh Neal by far is going to be his best matchup because you're really going to see if he can withstand having hands thrown at him. Shavkat has not had no hands thrown at him. He has done all the hands throwing. You know what I mean?
True.
And he's just that guy. But he's going to go against somebody who can really put that thing on him.
Pause. But
You still
you're correct. He can he is fighting somebody that can throw hands with him. But I mean, when he fought Neil Magny, I think he was a top 10 guy.
Neil Magny was a top 10
either
guy.
top
Yeah.
10 or close to it.
Yeah.
Beat him.
Yeah. That's, I feel like, what really gave Shavkat the
Submission.
amount of... Yeah.
And then now he's in the top 10 and he's fighting a top 10 opponent.
Yeah.
And if he beats this guy, he'd be fighting probably like, I want to say probably like a Steven Thompson. Because Steven Thompson's not going to get like another title fight. He's just too old.
No, he's not. But and that, mind you, that's
Sean Brady. He get the Sean Brady fight.
That's Joff's last fight. That's the last time he lost. His last fight loss was to Steven Thompson in 21.
Was it?
Yep.
Could have swore he lost before that.
Before that to Magny. He lost to Magny and then he lost to both of them in 2021. Hasn't lost the fight since.
Yeah, he lost to Magny. He lost to Magny in May 8th, May 8th, 2021. And then he lost to Steven Thompson December 19th, 2020.
Yeah. 2020.
Yes.
Oh, so he lost to Magny after he lost to Thompson.
Correct.
Okay. So he hasn't lost since early 2021.
But all right, he lost to Magny decision. Unanimous decision. Shavkat put that man to sleep.
I think Joff's just gone better.
Shavkat put that man to sleep. And he's only getting better. So what's the difference?
I don't know. I can't tell you right now.
Second round, guillotine, out of there.
I cannot tell you. Well, I can't tell you that. I can't. Because if Shavkat has not fought... Magny is a phenomenal fighter. Don't get me wrong.
But like he beat Neil.
They went to decision. That's not the same.
Is it a winner or a loss?
I'm not saying in that column. I'm saying the fact that it went the distance. So if he's going to go to
he went the distance with Magny. Shavkat put that man away. Didn't have to go the distance.
Who's to say Shavkat's going to put Neil away?
Me.
That's your prediction?
Absolutely.
Submission or
that
KO?
That man has everything to win and nothing to lose.
I do take Shavkat in this fight. I do. I take Shavkat. I take Shavkat in the 3rd round.
The first fighter. He has the whole country on his back. I wouldn't be
surprised. First of all, look, I want to take Neil because he's from Austin and he has to hold it down.
If I want to.
If Neil wins, it's going to be in the 1st round. It's going to be. I'm telling you, if he wins, it has to be in the 1st round. Past that, it's
Shavkat can get it done in the 1st round now.
He can. But that's what I'm saying. That's the only area of opportunity.
Because first or second round.
But Shavkat has never gone the distance. Can he go to the distance?
Because he put them away.
That's what I'm saying. So,
he doesn't have to. He just gets him out of there.
But I don't know if he's got...
First round, you know what I'm saying? Plays with his food a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Second round comes, out of there.
He's going to have to get caught with one of these.
Yeah. He going to get caught with one of these?
No, he's going to get caught with one.
Which way you want it? One of those or one of those?
Look, I'm telling you, man, this is going to be, to me, this is going to be...
It has potential to be fight of the night.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
If the John Jones Rogan can be like another Gustafsson John Jones fight. It has the ability to do that.
It has the ability, but when we get there, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I don't believe that. But yes, I'm taking Shavkat. I think Shavkat will put Neil away, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has that fight of the night potential where they're going back and forth. It's definitely the toughest challenge
So
of Shavkat's career, and
you're-
it's the toughest fight of.
I need you to make a decision. You said you think Shavkat gonna win. You think Neil Magny gonna knock him out?
No,
Which
no.
one are you going with?
I said no. I think Shavkat's taking it.
Okay.
Shavkat's my pick.
Okay.
But I think
How?
Neil. What do you mean? Like, how does he win the
Yeah.
fight? Probably by submission in the second. I would say submission in the second. But I think Neil has an opportunity to put his hands on Shavkat because honestly, you look at both of these guys; these are by far their toughest fights of their career to date. Shavkat has not fought anybody as tough and experienced and as good as Neil. Neil has not fought a monster like Shavkat. That Shavkat's just different. Just different.
Yeah,
just
fighters these days.
Just different.
Another young gun. He's like 28,
Bro,
29,
just
something like that.
different. So I don't see
He has
Shavkat.
nothing. He literally has nothing to lose.
It's just a
When you have
fight.
nothing to lose, you're scary.
It's just a fight I'm gonna have to see. I have to see it play
and
out.
you're gonna see it
I am gonna see it. I just have to see
live
it.
in action.
Yeah.
UFC 285
In Las Vegas.
in Las Vegas, AT&T. No, T-Mobile Arena.
AT&T Center.
That's March 25th.
That's
That's in San Antonio, March 25th.
Oh, who's fighting there?
I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyways, yeah. I got Shavkat second round. He's gonna submit and knock him out at the same time. Keep it even.
Huh?
9-9.
Wait, what? Whoa.
No, I think Shavkat's gonna submit him.
Shavkat takes that fight.
Submission. How? I don't know. But he will submit him. I don't know how, second round, but he will submit him.
I will tell you,
Tell me.
Shavkat probably does knock him out.
So you're changing it to a knockout.
I don't know. I know. I'm still sticking with submission. Submission.
Submission.
I like Shavkat's power, but I'm still sticking with submission.
So I got 2 submissions and a knockout for the night. I got Bo Nickel submission. Jamie. I got Gamer knocking out Jalen.
And I have Turner submitting Gamer.
And you have Bo Nickel submitting.
I have Bo Nickel submitting Jamie Pickett.
And then you have, so you're going to submission. This is submission night for you.
I think it's gonna be a lot of good grappling.
You submission in the bed?
What?
You submissive in the bed?
So Valentina Shevchenko is a phenomenal fighter.
Go main event of the evening.
The co-mainer.
All right, go main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. You got, I would say at this moment in time, this is just me, at this moment in time,
Just say it. You know you
she
want
is the baddest girl on the planet.
She is. She's better than Amanda.
Yeah, because Amanda lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I can't give, what's her name, the baddest girl on the planet because you only, what's her name?
For which division? The one right beneath flyweight?
The one she just lost. Yolanda Pena.
Yes.
Because she just beat her. So,
yeah.
Right now, Amanda's a bad bitch. I love Amanda. I fuck with her. But she just lost, so I'm going to give Valentina right now
The number one woman.
pound for
pound.
baddest girl on the planet.
Absolutely.
But Amanda can easily reclaim that. We all know Amanda, yes, is the baddest bitch on the planet. We all know that. We all know she is the best women's fighter and it will be the best woman fighter in history. But right now, Valentina.
Shevchenko is a problem. She is scary. She is just picks apart all. It doesn't matter if it does go the distance. Nobody's doing anything to show that they.
Question.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Can you still be considered the best? I guess you move weight classes. But I say, can you still be considered the baddest girl on the planet? You lost to Amanda twice.
2 of her 3 losses have come to Amanda, and mind you, Amanda at that time was arguably the
Ain't no arguing.
one of the greatest pound for pound fighters, for sure. The greatest woman's pound for pound fighter of all time. But I think she still is the greatest women's pound for pound fighter of all time. But Shevchenko is making a strong case as number 2, working her way to be number 1, depending on how long she can keep this going. But I mean, bro, no, Amanda Nunes is in essence the quintessential woman's UFC fighter of all time. So it's hard to knock Shevchenko for losing twice to her because, mind you, you're talking about a once in a lifetime UFC fighter.
You know why she's built different?
You said what?
You know why she's built different?
Why?
Kazakhstan.
That's where who's from? Shevchenko?
Yep.
She has a stand?
She got a stand.
God, bro. We gotta do something about these
I
stands, bro.
happen to have my kid in a stand.
Shit, bro. Kazakhstan, Dagestan, Pakistan, Afghanistan,
Kazakhstan, Ameristan. Where your kid from? Ameristan. What is that? It's America, but I put the stand in there. You feel me?
That bro, that dog. Oh my god, that explains so much now. Cause Shevchenko is a dog, bro, and oh my god, like watching her film, she just picks apart fighters. She's poised, and her punches, bro. You hear
with some meaning.
You hear her punches. You see the punches.
She
You
strikes
feel
with some
the
meaning.
punches. You know what I mean? Like I had AirPod Pros in. I felt like I was feeling that. I heard oof oof. I'm like, oh god, wait a minute. Did she hit me too? Like, bro,
she has some meaningful
she
punches.
has some weight behind her game. She's smart, bro. She's a hell of a fighter. She's
different.
good. Yeah, she's different. And I underplayed her just because I never played too much.
You try to set my girl with, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I said Grasso has a possibility of, because Grasso's a phenomenal striker. And we've seen Shevchenko fight fighters like Grasso, but I think
whoop the ass.
Grasso hasn't fought anybody as good as Shevchenko, bro. And that's the only thing that hurts her. She's a phenomenal striker. You watch her fights. She is tagging. She has the pedigree.
She fought Carla Esperanza. I mean, that's like the closest to it. She's a champion.
That's what I'm saying.
But like and she lost to her.
But that's what I'm saying. And she still landed some pretty significant strikes on Carla. And she's on a what is it?
A 4-fight win streak.
Yeah, won her last, and she's won her last 3 by decisions and submission.
Yeah.
So the thing is that she can land shots, but how well can she do, and how well can she take from, again, Valentina lands a shot, dog. That's a different hit. That's a different hit. That's worse than a shot of tequila, bro. That's a shot of pain, misery, and
It's that bullet, and that's why her nickname the Bullet.
Grasso doesn't have a nickname.
She hit. That's enough said. If you ain't got a nickname, you're out of there. That's why Forrest Griffin ran out the ring crying.
Hey, you leave him alone. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. He did that because that was a tough win, okay?
Lost?
That was a tough win.
Lost?
I thought he won.
No, that boy got knocked out. That's why he ran out the ring crying.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Who was that against?
Wasn't Anderson?
No, I didn't think it was Anderson. Was it Anderson?
I'm pretty sure it was Anderson. He was going backwards.
Oh, yeah, he did catch him with that because he stepped back.
And he ran into the locker room crying. He wasn't actually crying, but I just want to say.
I mean, I'd be crying too if I got hit that way.
Yeah.
Anderson, the spider.
I think it was Anderson. It could be something else, but I just remember
it's something about those spiders, bro. I digress though. Shevchenko's gonna win this. She takes it in. She takes it in
dominant style.
And dominant style. I don't think it goes the distance. I could see it having the capability.
She's going to the goddamn canvas.
She's been taking the distance with lesser fighters.
She's going to the goddamn canvas.
She's been taking the distance by lesser fighters.
She's going to the goddamn canvas.
She's been taking the distance by lesser fighters. I'm not going to say Grasso takes her the distance, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the distance. But, again, Grasso hasn't faced anybody as good as Shevchenko, and Shevchenko is having another Saturday night title defense. You know what I mean? So it's hard to see her lose this fight. It's really hard to see her lose this fight. Don't be surprised, though, if I place like a little like side bet for the money line for Grasso.
Because your money, not mine.
If it happens, hey, that's a beautiful payout. That's a beautiful payout. I'm gonna look up what her odds are, but it's
probably not cute.
I'm telling you, look, let's see. We're gonna do this live right now. Alexa Grasso.
You just type in UFC 285, it should come up.
Okay, maybe.
It showed on the UFC website.
Do they really? Like the actual money lines?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It shows not the money line, but it shows the... yeah, it does, actually. Well, it says the odds. You got to go to events. And then...
View the card?
Yep. And then scroll down.
Plus 530.
Bro, how do you go into a fight with that? Bro. They're literally telling you, yeah, good luck. That's what they're telling you. That's literally what they're telling you. Good luck. Shit, Jeff Neal too. Good luck. That's what they're telling you. She's plus 530, minus 730. They're literally telling you good luck, have fun.
That's why I said a side bet.
GG easy.
That's where $5 wins you $30. That's enough to pay for dinner that evening. You know what I mean?
Have fun in Vegas. That shit expensive.
$30 can pay for a single meal. Relax.
Yeah, you go to McDonald's.
That's fine.
They got. Oh, you're not gonna be in the MGM. I said they do got a McDonald's as soon as you walk out.
Bro, it's
The
Vegas.
McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. That was like go as soon as you walk out, like the fighting area.
Yeah.
To the left. I was like where the food's.
Well, I'm staying at the MGM too, so that's also helpful.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll pay for dinner that night with that little win if it hits. Probably not, but I'm not. All jokes aside, Shevchenko is going to take that. She's going to take that. There's no doubt about it. But I do also remember watching Leon Rocky Edwards upset Kamaru Usman in the 5th round.
I was talking about that with somebody.
I'm telling you, bro, anything is possible in the UFC. Don't ever get that twisted.
I mean, yeah, just one second.
One punch to one very sensitive area can do it
Out
all.
of there. I mean, anybody can knocked out. Literally anybody can get knocked out.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I don't doubt people like Grasso or Neal.
But is she? No.
That's why I don't doubt people. You know what I'm saying? Is it
I got
likely?
this
Absolutely
out of there
not.
second round.
But you know how
Second round TKO finish.
do you know how mad a lot of people are gonna be if she does that? If she goes in there and knocks out Shevchenko?
I don't think people will be mad. I think it'll be like,
Vegas will burn. Vegas will burn if John Jones loses.
Nah, because he's not like. We'll get on that in a minute. But yeah, I got Shevchenko. TKO puncher second round.
Shevchenko.
She's too powerful.
Shevchenko TKO second round. Yeah.
Her punches are bullets, literally.
No, literally. I agree with you. I didn't believe it until I saw and I went back and I was like, oh my God, her striking is precise. She's tactful and her shit hits.
Bro, I try to tell you, bro.
So I'm excited to see it. Maybe I'll be able to hear those punches as I
sure will hear them.
I'm gonna do. Like, who shot? Oh, she just hitting. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Oh God.
But yeah, Shevchenko, TKO second round. Stays
Shevchenko.
champion. Doing her thing, you know what I'm saying?
Stage champ. I agree. Sooner or later, somebody will be here, but Saturday's just not that day.
Saturday's for sure not that day. But the real reason this card was put together. What time we leave? Wait, are you going to the press conference?
I don't know. I didn't even know there was. I know there's a
The presser's tomorrow. It's free. You just have to get there.
What time?
4 p.m. your time.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't guarantee, but I don't know.
I would go. I didn't get to go for the Connor one, but I'm pretty sure they're free. It's first come, first serve.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I wonder where it'll be. I'll do some research.
It's at the
T-Mobile Arena?
T-Mobile Arena. Yeah.
That's interesting. If I don't, I'll let you know, but I may. There's a strong possibility. I mean, I feel like that environment would definitely be interesting, just to say, because obviously you see all the videos and everything, and we get some of the most renowned moments from pressers.
The Waynes are free too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all that stuff is free. I'm pretty sure.
If I can get there, I'll go. Because I don't know what's going on, but if I can get there, I'll go.
Just taking the experience.
No, that's what I'm like generally thinking about.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're free.
I mean, shoot, I don't. If it is or if it, I'll make an attempt to go. You know what I mean? That's that because it's a part of the experience, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, some of the biggest moments have come through from the pressers, and you get a lot of those. Obviously, Connors has some big presser moments. A lot of cats have big presser moments. But Connor's the first person that comes to mind for me personally. But no, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I mean, I feel like you definitely get some quotables. You definitely get something out of it. I just don't see these two guys talking too much or doing anything too extra. I feel like this is definitely one that's going to be saved for the cage. John Jones may say a couple smart things.
He's going to say some things.
Yeah, he
walked out, I was watching The Embedded, and he was like, and now time for the mental warfare. That's what he said when he was walking off the plane.
I watched they have like a little documentary series, I guess the UFC does.
The countdown.
Yes. So I watched Countdown. My coworker sent it to me. Shout out my boy Lutz. He sent it to me and I was listening to it. And he was, Jones was talking about, he was like, Gane has this pretty gym and you see him doing his little boxing and his little punching bags and he's beating up on guys that's lighter than him, but I'm gonna take him to the trenches. He said, I'm gonna get down on the ground. I'm gonna get dirty with him. I'm gonna take him somewhere he's never been before.
And John Jones has been taken there.
John Jones knows
The trenches.
knows very well.
And outside the octagon.
And Gane, last time he went to the trenches, got beat. Got by somebody who wasn't supposed to have any sort of wrestling pedigree by any means of the measure. So you let John Jones, mind you, I told you earlier today, I texted you specifically saying I saw a video of this man John in training camp tossing the big ticket with his left hand on a counter. Walt Harris, the big ticket, training, because he's one of John Jones' training partners. He literally countered, and used his momentum to toss him. Almost ragdoll him, it looked like, on a good move. So I know, imagine him putting his weight on somebody like Gane. If they stand up, it's tough. I don't know what happens if they stand up. John Jones can hit, but so can Gane. Gane's quick. Gane's nice. I understand why this fight is what it is. Jones also hasn't fought in 3 years.
Jones also has not fought in 3 years. So that's going to be a big topic of discussion. That's why this fight, it's weird. It's like a legacy fight, but not a legacy fight.
It is a legacy fight.
But if he loses,
are you surprised? No.
no. But it's like,
But you
all the odds are like against him, like stacked against him. Like he's supposed to lose. Like this is a fight you're supposed to lose.
But do you expect him?
Haven't fought in 3 years. You're fighting Cyril Gane, who's the best kickboxer and like moves just like you, and is that freak of an athlete.
But do you expect him to win? John Jones, yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough for...
But if he loses, I don't think people are like, oh, wow, because it's like you're going up. You're going up in weight class.
Which some people would argue it's more natural for him, that he was cheating being at light heavyweight, which I always thought John Jones was a little skinny when he fought at light heavyweight. I mean, his brothers are...
I don't think you should ever fight at your natural body weight. That's just me.
I'm just going to say...
He doesn't have to do any weight cutting.
I'm just going to...
Cyril has to do weight cutting.
I'm just going to say this man, John's brother, is an all-time defensive end. So he's moving at his natural rate because Chandler's moving at his natural weight.
Two different sports, though.
True, but those boys are naturally...
No, I don't think you should ever fight at your
And then,
natural
mind
weight.
you, John has that wrestling pedigree. So we've seen him put his hands on guys and move them that are bigger.
That's where the fight is going to, like...
Come down to, you think?
Yeah.
You think UFC 285 is going to be a fat
Ground
wrestling?
game, not grappling. Because Cyril... That boy got some tricks up his sleeve, up in the clinch.
He does.
Up in the clinch. That boy's gonna give John them elbows just like John gonna give him the elbows.
Which is fine, but
the leg, everything.
I also saw...
He is literally John Jones, in my opinion, with the less of a ground game.
But the only issue I face with that is we saw in Gane, somebody whose grappling is questionable and whose ground game is even more so, and he handled Gane.
That's what I say. He's John Jones with the less of a ground game.
He handled Gane. So Jones, I think, has more phenomenal grappling skills, more phenomenal wrestling skills. But
I don't think he's as strong as Gane though.
There's
like a difference.
There's not.
Nah, that boy. That boy Francis is.
Look. Francis is a different specimen.
That is the specimen.
Predator. I get it, right? He's the motherfucker.
He's an apex predator. Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Yep, exactly.
But John Jones is also...
That man was shoveling sand looking like that.
John Jones is also the exact same beast. You understand, John Jones is, in my opinion, right? And this is something that I feel like is the biggest thing we forget about this. John Jones' biggest rival, enemy, opponent is himself.
For sure.
Nobody except for one fighter on some crazy, on probably one of the more crazier fights I've ever seen, and Gustafsson. Nobody gave Jones that paperweight business. Like, seriously. Like, okay, you look at Dominic Reyes and you're like, yeah, he won maybe this round and did this round, but
Nah,
Reyes
Gustafsson.
didn't. But Gustafsson put a couple things on him, but I've never seen Jones.
More than a couple.
I've never seen Jones damaged, down and out in a fight. I've seen him damaged, but he wasn't down and out.
That Gustafsson fight was damn near close.
He was damaged. He wasn't down and out.
That was more than damaged.
He was damaged. He was
that
not
was a
down.
good ass fight,
Bro,
both of them.
Bro, that's to me that's another one of those. Like you talk about McDonald and Lawler's. That's one of those.
That man whooped it. That man fought him off a weekend of cocaine, bro.
Off a weekend
cocaine.
of blow, brother. Like that's what I'm saying. So again, John Jones' biggest enemy. Mind you, if he took his entire career as serious as he should have.
Yep. I mean,
he's been doing.
I don't even think that because at the end of the day, he's still the greatest fighter of all time.
There's
no other fighter you can put above him.
And the crazy thing is, this man was spending.
Number two is Khabib. But anyways, different story.
Conor McGregor. I mean, Israel Adesanya. Huh?
Absolutely not.
One loss, bro. Relax. Okay.
I mean, John Jones has quote unquote one loss, but that wasn't even a loss. It was a DQ.
John Jones has 4 losses, and that's him getting suspended by the USA DA.
That boy, I was watching the Embedded series. He said, "I really believe I was born to be a fighter. Like I truly believe that I was meant to put on this earth to be a fighter." And I was like, "Damn right, boy! You fought your demons. You fought in the courtrooms. You fought inside the octagon. You for sure are a fighter."
He put it all on the line for everything. He wake up fighting.
He for sure took that to the next level.
Bro,
fighter for real.
No, he is a fighter. He is a big time fighter. That boy loves fighting.
Can't get away.
Boy, he fights everything. Court cases.
That boy is that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Boy might have the Rico on him next time.
Bro, look, there's a reason they call him Bones, bro, and it's not just, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop before I get offed.
But yeah, no, I'm extremely excited for this fight.
I wonder what the arena is gonna be like whenever this happens. I know every other fight is gonna have weight. It's gonna be good. But when John Jones walks out that tunnel and comes to weigh in, Carlos, I will collectively lose my
I would say this much. Gane is going to have more pressure on them, John will. John's going to walk out the arena and then just look at it, does a little thing.
Embrace it, yep.
Embrace it, soak it all in.
You're going to see the Philippines 413 tag and you're just going to,
That's on his mouthpiece now, too.
My point. You're going to see it and you're going to.
But you're going to walk out, do a little spin around, take it all in, and Philippines.
I say Philippines?
Yeah, you said Philippines.
Philippines.
That old-fashioned got a little too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I Filipinos.
But
Philippines, yes.
He's going to come cool, calm, and collected.
He is. He is.
Walk out like he's been there before because he has. And he's going to embrace it. He's like, this is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah. No.
He's like, I missed this. And then he's going to go whoop some ass.
The pressure's on for Gane.
Yeah. I mean, John, for me, it's weird because like John's not supposed to win the fight, but he's also not supposed to lose the fight.
The fact that John is getting this title shot off GP and he's not even ranked, mind you, it's his first heavyweight fight of all time.
I mean, you have to. The name alone, like what he's done.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason he's getting. That's the only reason he's getting this is off of name alone. If he wasn't John Jones, there's no way in God's beautiful green earth this fight happens.
For sure.
But he's John Jones. He already ran through everybody in the.
I'm pretty sure he wants to fight in light heavyweight too. I think he said that he wants to do both.
He could fight in both, but he's not going to sustain both for very long.
Maybe.
That's tough, bro. You're holding up 2 divisions, and you got to do title fights every year. And I don't mean like
2 fights a year.
Probably about 3.
2,
depending on what happens.
You could do 2 fights a year.
He's probably going to do. I'm telling you, he's going to defend.
The only way he does 3 is like he knocks somebody out quick like that. That's it.
That's a quick turnaround time.
But he doesn't do that.
He doesn't. But how long are they going to sustain him holding a belt for 3 more years? Only fighting once a year for those 3 years?
He could fuck around, fight, and retire.
That he could be.
Imagine fuck around and do that.
Imagine he beats Gane and he's just like, I had fun.
It's time for me to go.
Yeah, it's like you did that just to win a title.
I wouldn't be mad. Got to see him at least fight one more time.
I'd be so disappointed, and I'd feel bad for Gane because Gane just got Gane done lost to 2 motherfuckers that not even in the UFC anymore, bro. You know how disappointing that is.
You
as a
made them
fighter?
retire because you lost, bro.
Bro, that man literally put his heart, soul, body, and mind into winning that heavyweight title, and both
for
of the
them to
two people he
retire.
just lost to are no longer with the organization. I would cry as a fighter. Like, bro, there is some sick joke behind this. My rise to ascension has to be associated with the fact that two of the best heavyweight guys of all time just decided to retire and call it a career after they fought. Nah, bro, I'd be hot. I'd be hot. But again, I mean, the money line tells you it could go either way. Critics will tell you that Jones should go in there and handle business, but not to sleep on Gane because of his pedigree and what he can bring. And I agree. I think Gane is not just another run-of-the-mill guy. This is definitely going to be another good test for Jon Jones to see how far he can take it, the limit he can push it to, and what he's capable of doing. Again, it's not an average fighter. This is a really good fighter.
Nope.
This is a really
He
good
should not
fighter.
be that big and moving like that.
It's a really good fighter.
Great fighter.
We've seen him TKO Derek Lewis,
that's-
Tui Taivasa.
That's like the one because you knew what you're gonna get out of that, and then he slept that man.
And that's what I'm saying. Put him against the cage, and Tui.
And that's what the people thought. Like, oh, Tui, you know what I'm saying? You know, give him in back-to-back losses. Nope.
You know what I mean? And
Nope.
they thought it was gonna be crazy. They thought Tui was gonna come in there, beat him, and Tui was gonna get his chance, and we're gonna be seeing. No, but Gane said, "Hey, look, don't play me. I'm not a chump." And this weekend, he gets his opportunity to win a heavyweight title, but to also do it possibly against the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all time.
No, not possibly the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all time.
I'm saying he gets to possibly win this against. That
against-
doesn't
okay,
change.
okay, okay,
no,
okay,
that
okay,
doesn't change that Jon Bones is the greatest pound-for-pound
Even
fighter
if
of
he
all
wins
time.
or loses, that's what I said. It's like a legacy fight, but it's not because like I feel like if he loses, he's still the greatest. But if he wins, that's just another. You know what I'm saying? That's when he started adding them in the conversation of greatest athletes of all time.
If he loses, does he still fight?
It might go down to light heavyweight. I don't know. I don't know. With Jon Jones, you don't know. You just take what you can get.
After 3 years and
You just take what you
no
can get.
fights, what is Jon Jones going to give to us on Saturday?
Hopefully a victory.
By what? UD? Is it going the way? Is he winning via knockout? Is he winning via submission?
Y'all are gonna hate me on this one.
Uh-oh. Jesus Christ.
I can't pick. I don't know. I don't know what to call this fight. I want Jon to win, but I can seriously see it going either way. My biasness, Jon Jones gonna whoop his ass. But take out biasness, I don't know. I'm scared.
We've learned not to think with emotions, and that's fair. I get
I'm
it. You
scared.
said it earlier.
I don't know. I can see Jon Jones getting knocked the fuck out, and I can see Jon Jones just picking him apart. I don't know.
I take Jon Jones.
It's a scary fight. He is literally Jon Jones in a bigger body with a less ground game. That, like I said, that doesn't mean Jon Jones can take him down.
I take
You just don't know. I don't know.
I take Jon Jones in the 4th round, TKO, ground and pound. The ground game is what's going to kill Gane.
Jon Jones made the comment of he's not a better kickboxer than Thiago Sanchez.
That's what I'm saying.
He's proven to me otherwise.
Bro, he may not even be a better kickboxer than Rua or
Mauricio?
yeah. Than him
I
or Lyoto.
I think he is.
Lyoto was a phenomenal
I think he is.
kickboxer.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he's proven. I can't say that because he's shown me otherwise.
He's shown you but like I said, Jones has faced kickboxers at his caliber. He's just a bigger version of that.
I don't think Jones has faced kickboxers of his caliber. I'm telling you, there's like those calibers, and then there's Jon Jones.
No, I'm not talking about Gane face kick. I'm saying
No, you said Jon Jones.
has faced kickboxers of Gane's caliber.
No, because there's those calibers, and then there's Jon Jones. Cyril Gane is Jon Jones in a bigger body. That's what I'm saying.
You think so?
And yes,
You really think so?
yes. I think you need to go back and watch this man fight before you go to the fight. And you might be, you know
Well,
what I'm
because
saying?
you have to think, bro, his
Sitting
last
there
two
and-
TKO his
you don't
last
want to be
two-
standing up for the fight and be sitting there.
His
like,
last 2 TKOs have come via
Just because he has the power.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't. Yes, his striking is really good. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't see him strike much against Ngannou. I saw him do a really good tactical job against Tui Taivasa, which I'll give him credit for. But Derek Lewis
is weak.
That's what I'm saying. John Jones is a different breed.
No, I'm telling you, Derek Lewis is weak.
John Jones is a different breed.
For sure, but so is he.
I still got Jones.
Because there's like him, and then there's like Ngannou, which we will never know about Ngannou and John Jones. But like if they fought, who would win? So we don't know really who the best is.
I would have had
like,
Ngannou for that.
I think you're overlooking Ciryl Gane. I think you're overlooking this man. He has. John is very technical. He has power, yes, but his quote unquote power isn't to knock you out; it's to break you.
Who, Jones?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So like that's like they have different type of power. But it's a scary fight. What was an athlete?
I mean, yeah, look how big he is. I'm not.
That's why I say he should not be able to move like that.
I'm not surprised. I'm not, because he's still a great athlete. Yes, to your point, but he's fighting John Jones. It doesn't matter who you are when you fight John Jones. You're just the guy that's fighting John Jones.
We'll see. I also don't think John's ever been hit as hard as Cyril's gonna hit him.
We'll see. Alexander landed some hits on him, some nasty hits on him.
He's not as strong as Ciryl.
He's not, but it was all about placement and how he landed, and he landed the hits.
Yeah, but like
you can't do nothing for him if he can't land those hits.
If he's gonna land the hits,
we'll see.
That man's just as accurate.
We'll see.
I'm telling you, this man is John Jones in a bigger body.
I want to see it.
With the less of a ground game. John has a little bit better ground game.
I just want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see it.
We don't see it Saturday.
The only thing I saw was him get his ass whooped by Ngannou.
It's Francis we're talking about, though.
Wrestling. Francis don't wrestle.
It doesn't matter. It's Francis.
Francis don't wrestle. He has more grappling experience. Francis don't wrestle. Francis was known for his stand-up ability.
I think Francis is just such a big dude that it doesn't... He's just... You know what I'm saying?
All things considered and said, I'm taking the boy John Bones Jones via TKO in the fourth.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my final verdict. John Jones via TKO in the fourth. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Y'all could come back to this video and comment and tell me why I'm wrong and why I sucked.
This doesn't remind you of John Jones? That man is John Jones. In a bigger body. Look. I'm telling you, it's a scary fight.
It is.
It's a great fight if he wins.
But it's a fight that one man we know is going to win.
We'll see. I don't know.
There's no we'll see. It's just the truth and the truth only.
We'll see. But... comment below. Again, thank you. No, it's late. You got a flight to catch to Vegas tomorrow, so you can get in the octagon and fight. But
you catch me on the prelims.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, he finna get the fight on the prelims, get that extra $50K.
Yep. And I'm gonna bring it on home. I just want to thank my team. They completely trained me on a moment's notice. And I just hope not to go in there and get my ass whooped.
If you know what happens, as long as you're in there. That's all you're in there. They ain't in there. You're in there. Know what I'm saying?
You know what else is in there? Brain damage, buddy. Like cuts. Like there's a lot that's also in there. Is Dana gonna undersell me too? I want my paycheck, Dana. Give me my money, bro. No, I'm kidding.
But again, yeah, thank you.
Absolutely,
it was fun. It was good. I hope you have fun. It's a really, really, really great time. I enjoyed my experience when I went in 2015. And the UFC's only gotten better. So I think you'll have a fun, great time. It's a great experience. John Jones loses or not, promise you the experience is great.
Yeah, that's very true.
Obviously it's way better if he wins, but regardless, the experience is great. You're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a great time. Everybody there is just amazing, dope. Atmosphere is fucking wild. It's fun. Enjoy it. Soak it in, because I didn't. taking the moment. It's fun.
I'll tell you, I definitely still am processing the fact that I am going to.
I didn't like realize it until like I didn't believe I was gonna go watch fight until my ticket was scanned.
Yeah, no, and that's probably how it's gonna. Once I'm in the arena walking and I've already got like that's when everything is gonna. Hey, you're here. Wake up. But I will say
Get there early and get in the merch line.
Yeah, no, that was already planned. That was already
you
in the
gotta
works.
get there early, get in the merch line.
That was already in the works. But I will say, for it to be this UFC fight, this timing couldn't have been better. The card is really good. It's a lot of great fighters. It's a lot of good matchups. It's a lot of opportunity for a lot of good different fights. It could either be a snooze fest or it could be haymakers and hammers being thrown by multiple parties throughout this entire night. You know what I'm saying? All of these fights, realistically speaking, and hear me out, could end up via knockout.
Maybe.
All of them could also end up via submission.
Bo Nigga won't be a knockout. I don't think.
You don't think he'll be a knockout?
Like that fight won't be a knockout fight. Is what I'm saying.
He could knock Homeboy out.
I mean, yeah, anybody can knock anybody out, but I don't think
That's what I'm saying. So all these fights can end by knockout. All of them could also end by submission.
Usman.
That bro went the distance I was right there on that couch watching.
And I was on my phone right here. And then
the fifth round, bro. 2 minutes left.
No, minute left.
It was a minute left, wasn't it?
Yes.
In the temple. Gone. Assassinated. Knocked down.
Now he's got to go to England and fight.
Now he has to go to England. He has to spin the block where the Art Hobbits top, Mike.
Exactly.
Like, what did I even just say? You don't know. And he has to go be surrounded by those to win his belt back.
Because he's knocked out again.
Because his top got pulped. Oh, that's so scary. The second I go to London, I hear,
you know what else is scary? These next few days coming up for you. But let us know what y'all's predictions are. Great card, great fights, 2 title fights.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments down below how you think that it's gonna end up. Appreciate the love on the last one. Y'all gave that a lot of love. So yeah, keep it coming. The more y'all love us, the more we're gonna give y'all. Simple as that. Do you have anything? Close out?
Thanks for having me on here.
Of course.
Obviously, this is the fact I'm going again is dope, and the fact that I had opportunity to give my thoughts and chop it up with you. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. It's kind of cool, obviously, to get a little bit more back into UFC and I'm already a fan of the sport, but diving into it more and learning fighters and their fighting styles and more so these matchups and honestly the pedigree of fighting that we're seeing now in 2022 or 2023, Jesus, is amazing.
There's no bad fighter.
It seems like not. Everybody has
on the fight nights and all that.
Everybody has something to offer.
There's no bad.
Everybody has something to offer. So I'm just excited, bro. I'm glad I'm getting that opportunity. But a wise man once said, I beat you off a weekend of never mind. Look, that's all I got for you.
That's in the past, man. The demons are out of there.
Are they? Because he's still fighting something. It's a Frenchman. Oui.
PCT, thank you for keeping the camera hot and keeping the clock on time. This will do it from your boys from over here at Double Knockout. Your boy. Bye. Ayo Roo.
Have a good night.
We'll catch y'all guys next time. Peace.